Wow, wow, wow. You'll never guess what I just did. I recorded a lesson, but didn't actually record it. Touchscreens, they're amazing at messing everything up for me. Anyways, today is lesson 12, and we will be getting into a research on your own. We're ready for this. We already researched together. We did some reading. We looked at pictures. I believe in you. Let's get it. So we are still here in lesson 12, thinking about how we can summarize using text evidence and no bias. We are going to read about our topic choice and then identify important facts about your topic that answer the main questions. So the first thing that you're going to want to do is scroll down here and decide for yourself are you interested in choosing one of these events or learning about one piece of the transportation or one of these people or what life might have been like. So my suggestion for how you should choose one of those is you could randomly choose one and you'll be just fine. Like, there's lots of information about these. You could have a few in mind and do a quick Wikipedia search, because that's an easy way to find information immediately. And if you, your immediate reading, go, yeah, I'm interested enough, then go with it. But then from there, move on from Wikipedia, go somewhere else, try to find, some primary sources or secondary sources that have a lot of resources, so that we know that it's a quality source, because we know that it's easy to find non-good sources. Yeah. So once you've found that source, I suggest you make yourself familiar with the questions down here below. The first one I know you can answer easily. It says, name your topic. Yep. Then what events led to your topic? As in, why did this happen? So if you chose slavery, why did slavery happen in America? Or if you chose factory life in the 1800s, what was life like and why did that life exist? Like, why was it the way it was? So that's really what you're saying, is why is this the way it is? Why did this happen? Why did your topic happen at this particular time and place? I know you're probably thinking that, how is this different than the previous one? The previous one, notice I say, what events led to your topic? And then you're saying, why did this happen at this time and place? So, we'll list those events off, but then you're going to want to describe, what made, say, America at this time and not later before, or, ripe for the taking of this to happen. For example, why did slavery happen more in the South than the North? There wasn't necessarily events that made it more possible for the South to have slaves than the North. So think about that. Finally, got the last two questions at the bottom, and make sure that we are always going to the very bottom of the page. Sometimes those questions like to hide on you. So how did your topic influence two of the following? So just choose two of these things to consider and read about. Economy, as in businesses and trading. Society, what was normal and acceptable in society. Politics, government, laws, rules. And the cultural climate of the time period, as in how people treated each other. Choose two of those. Don't do all four. And in some of these cases, you're going to have to make some inferences. Like, you're going to have to say, well, based upon the evidence I've found, this is what was going on. Now, as best you can, try to find something that specifically addresses them. And there's nothing wrong with saying, how did slavery affect the economy of America? That's awesome. You're going to find information that way. Be very specific with what you want to find and search for it. Next, what else is important to know about your topic that you haven't already said? So this is kind of your time to summarize some key pieces of information that, despite the boxes above, you haven't said. Like, maybe if you were talking about slavery, maybe you want to say the number of slaves that were brought over, the number have died on the way over, any of those interesting facts to you. Make sure that you're focusing on key pieces of evidence. All right. The last thing I'll say is you could waste a lot of time in this process. It could take you hour or 2 hours if you really were like, I'm just going to keep finding more and more information instead of finding something, reading it, and then saying, okay, I'm going to just put what I have so far. Or even better, specifically saying, what events led to slavery in America? Or why did slavery happen in the South in the 1800s instead of in the North? Not that it wasn't in the North, but you get it. In other words, it's going to be a lot quicker if you try to search specifically for these answers. Now, remember, there's only 4 lessons during the week, so I try to build in extra time for you. So you might find that this lesson you'll need to start this day and then pick it up another day if you want to stick to maximum of 20 minutes each day. Because the next one after this is just you taking this information and putting it in the slideshow, which shouldn't take too long. Okay. Again, if you have any questions, let me know. All right. So, like I said, it's pretty straightforward. We've done National History Day. We prepared our whole lives for this moment. Choose the topic. Investigate based upon the questions you have there. Fill the boxes out as best you can. And next lesson, you're going to have to take all that awesome information goodness that's not necessarily in your head but on the paper and put it into a presentation of some sort. I look forward to seeing them. I guess this will be the time where I said like, share, subscribe. And we'll see you next time.